Hey, what's going on, everyone? Good Monday morning to you all. Hope you guys are feeling well out there and having yourselves a great start to your day, great start to your week. The weekend's over, heading into another work week. So, we're just grateful for another day, right? So even though it's Monday, Monday is definitely not the best day of the week for a lot of people, but sometimes Mondays are good. I know for me, sometimes I like a good Monday. Just a tone setter for the week, you know what I'm saying? So got you an update weather-wise on what's going to happen today. I'm expecting, the pattern change kind of happened over the weekend, so I'm still expecting just a wintry pattern. Wintry pattern not meaning necessarily that we're going to see snow for everybody, but certainly going to see snow. For areas kind of far south, Oklahoma, it starts today. It's already snowing in parts of the panhandle of Oklahoma and the panhandle of Texas this morning, and this system will continue to get stronger and provide some heavier snow. In fact, there's now winter storm warnings up for a few counties in Oklahoma. And this system will continue to develop this morning, strengthen, and provide some snow even overnight for areas of northwest Arkansas, and then tries to move into Missouri and the Ohio Valley a little bit later tonight into tomorrow morning. So we're going to talk about what's going to happen for today specifically. A little bit of severe weather threat for the Gulf Coast. We'll talk about that, but if you guys have not subscribed, certainly consider doing that. Like the video if you like it. I've had some steady growth over the last several days, really since coming back from vacation. It's been very steady, nothing substantial, but it's nice to see that, getting a few thousand views a video, even though there's not a huge storm to talk about. So I really appreciate people tuning into these videos. It means a lot, and definitely it's comforting knowing that the work that I put in, and sometimes these 15 to 25 minute videos, it's worth it. So I really appreciate the support. If you guys got anything I can pray about, pray over, please put it in the comments below. It gives me an opportunity to pray over it, and it gives others an opportunity to do so too, as always. So let's get rolling. Like I said, you see the pinks here in Oklahoma. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 counties. Winter storm warnings up. Oklahoma City, right into here. Still got the winter weather advisory, but guys, when I tell you there's going to be a mean cutoff just southwest and west of Oklahoma City, I mean it. In fact, I'll go on and click on this really quick because this is going to be the topic for the beginning of this video. Oklahoma City right here, winter weather advisories, but I mean, look at the counties just west of y'all, even southwest. Snowfall amounts, potentially Oklahoma City, maybe only under an inch of snow, but don't look at this and set it straight in stone, guys. This is the National Weather Service, but it really wants to kind of depict here a strong cutoff just west of Oklahoma City, where Clinton, Oklahoma could pick up 4 to 6 inches, but Oklahoma City under an inch. So we got to watch and see how this unfolds today. Maybe more snow even south of Oklahoma City. So it doesn't quite make it to Wichita Falls, Texas, or anything like that, but it's certainly something we watch. Winter weather advisories spread it all across into Kansas, a large portion of Kansas. Winter weather advisories now up for northern counties of Arkansas, especially northwest Arkansas, and even a couple counties here a little bit further south. And then you got just about almost every county, but 3 counties in northern Missouri that have winter weather advisories, and some of them have been extended into western areas of Illinois. Snowing in Minneapolis this morning. You guys will continue to be logged into a winter-like pattern. I think there's a chance of snow between now and the next few days in Minneapolis. So nice pattern setting up if you're a winter weather fan. But I know there's not near as many winter weather fans up here in Minnesota than there is maybe down here in the south. But you see this weird gap right here? There's a reason for that, and that's because models are picking up on just a little bit of a kind of separation from the northern energy and the southern energy, and then there's just going to be kind of a drier slot right here. If there was precipitation, it would probably be in the form of snow. Now, the Storm Prediction Center likes an area down here from Houston down to New Orleans and just east of New Orleans and just west of Houston, a marginal risk for severe storms. Not only that, there's going to be a chance for flooding. There could be 2 to as much as 4 inches of rain could fall down here between now and tomorrow morning. There is going to be a little bit of a tornado threat, 2% risk over this green area within 25 miles in any given location. Wind threat's going to be there. Just the smallest threat you can get for each category of severe weather, but there will be a chance of severe weather, and it really just hugs the immediate coastal regions. It really does. So, excuse me, guys. Almost through with the coughing. Almost. almost. So let's back this up. I'm a little bit ahead. This morning, if we can actually watch the evolution of this storm, we'll kind of go in reverse that we normally do. Normally we start off with the southeast, but since the more active weather's going on in Oklahoma, south central U.S., and north central U.S. today, we'll talk about you guys first. You see the moisture up here, and you see the moisture developing down here from the low pressure. Snow will likely move into Amarillo a little bit later this morning. I don't think it's going to be a big event for you guys, but certainly some snow showers will move in, maybe a burst of heavy snow. But the system's developing. Snowing in Oklahoma, areas of the far, far southwest counties of Kansas, and portions of Texas this morning. So, you guys saw snow a couple days ago. In fact, there was some snow games going on with some high school games well, I think it was last Friday night, well, a few days ago. But anyways, this will continue to blossom, move into this area, and we're expecting some pretty heavy snow in this little region right into here. So that's that. Winter storm warnings up. Very, very impressive for mid-November standards. We'll watch how this develops today. We'll look at the HRRR model here, more broader view. Snow will continue to develop. The radar will get much more impressive as far as heavier precipitation. And by the time we get into around 1 p.m., we have an area of very heavy snow south of Oklahoma City and west of Oklahoma City that develops here. This will be kind of a change from rain to probably some heavy wet snow. Doesn't quite get south of that Oklahoma-Texas state line, but snowing up here. This green showing up as most likely snow. But this moves through, and here comes this little gap right here where there will be just lack of precipitation from basically northeast Oklahoma into areas of Missouri. And there will just be heavier precipitation down here, and then enough precipitation down here to be some light accumulations of some snow. This moves through, and I really think the reason Oklahoma City kind of gets gypped is because the precipitation tries to break up right at Oklahoma City, points northeast. So that's why you got a couple winter weather advisories way down here, and even in Arkansas, and even down here in Oklahoma, in southern areas of Oklahoma, because there's going to be enough cold air around to switch maybe some heavier rain to some heavier snow deep down here in southern areas of Oklahoma City. In fact, if you're in southeast Oklahoma, I think by the time you get to around 3, 4, 5 p.m., you're going to have a burst of heavier snow down here. But you back it up, it's going to start off as heavy snow probably as early as late this morning in western Oklahoma, and then just throughout the morning hours and then the afternoon hours and the evening hours. This will eventually move into Arkansas, where I think Fayetteville will switch from rain to snow for a period of time. I think you could get anywhere from a ½ inch to maybe as much as 2 inches of snow in Fayetteville, Arkansas. And we'll see how far south this gets. I don't think it's going to get as far south as Little Rock, but a nice area of snow begins to drift into Missouri. And but notice there's just a little gap right here of lighter precipitation. And with just lighter precipitation, marginal temperatures, there might be a case where it's actually just drizzling in these areas and snowing to the north or snowing to the south, where it's colder to the north, heavier precipitation falling to the south allows for the column to crash. At the same time, and I haven't mentioned this a lot, you got some severe storms down here hugging the Gulf Coast from Houston later this afternoon, and then they will just drift throughout the next several hours, throughout the evening and overnight hours, all the way to Baton Rouge, potentially New Orleans, and drop a lot of heavy rain all the way through about midnight to around 1, 2 a.m. and then diminish. But at the same time, you got snow into the overnight hours for most of the state of Missouri. Far southeast Missouri will probably just stay rain. Nice, just an area of snow. I know I always relate snow to nice, guys. That's a habit I'm going to have to try to break, because snow's not always nice for everybody. Cold hurts some people, hurts their bones, and, I'm not old enough. I'm not saying it's an old person thing, guys, but I'm not to, I guess, a stage in my life where the cold really hurts me to my bones or anything like that. Cold's never really hurt me like that, but I'm only 31 years old, so it's hard for me to speak on behalf of people who do get affected by the cold and snow. But I really think overnight tonight there'll be an area of snow that moves into St. Louis, maybe an inch or so of snow, but I think the heaviest snow will probably be north of St. Louis. And then this starts to move into Illinois, cover up the entire state of Illinois as we get into daybreak Tuesday morning. So we'll talk more and give you an update on Missouri, Illinois, Indiana probably tonight. But Snowfall, National Weather Service. Like I said, Oklahoma City right into here really wants to drop 4 to 6 inches of snow, 3 to 5 inches of snow south of Oklahoma City. I mean, this is going to be a hefty winter storm for mid-November standards. I mean, really, even for January standards, this would be a pretty appreciable snow event. I mean, even in southwest Kansas, snow. And then, Amarillo might get a dusting of snow here this morning, but really just north of y'all could get more snow. But, look, watch down here and even in southeast Oklahoma, maybe a couple inches of snow. And then the snowfall totals have actually increased for northwest Arkansas, where maybe some of the higher peaks of the Ozarks could get a couple inches of snow. But look at this little gap right here. Northeast Oklahoma, southeast Kansas, southwest Missouri, where you guys could kind of get robbed today. So if you're in these sections, don't get mad that it's not snowing, that, they were calling for snow. I'm telling you right now, and I mentioned it last night, that you guys could just kind of get, I guess you could call dry slotted. You really could. It could snow in Kansas City today, certainly could. We move a little bit further up. This is more so for the overnight hours into tomorrow morning. But, St. Louis into this area, I think you guys can maybe manage an inch of snow, maybe more. But I think the most snow will fall north and northwest of you guys. I think there'll be an area in north central Missouri to get some appreciable snow, 2 to 3 inches of snow, certainly possible. And I think a lot of Iowa, a lot of Illinois waking up tomorrow morning could get maybe a half inch to 2 inches of snow. It's certainly possible. I think Chicago waking up tomorrow morning could see some snow flying around, but there'll be a strong cutoff where it's just too warm down here in these areas. So that's that. We'll look up to the north central U.S. It's already snowing in portions of Minneapolis this morning, and then some more snow will blossom throughout the morning hours as kind of some energy kind of trying to connect to this low pressure down here gets going. And then just a wintry day. I mean, you got still some lingering snow showers along the Great Lakes region. Green Bay could get definitely an area of snow later this evening. Still a lot of snow showers just flying around southern Minnesota. And just a wintry day. And then more snow could develop throughout the overnight hours into Iowa. Just a weird directional flow going on up here in the north central U.S. Snow flying around the UP and Michigan. You got some snow down here, even in the southern parts of Michigan. And then, like I said, once we're waking up tomorrow, the system will start to move through. More snow all the way up to maybe Green Bay, Madison, Chicago, snowing in basically the entire eastern half of Iowa as we're waking up tomorrow morning. But I'm getting a little ahead. But snowfall totals, Minneapolis could get a couple inches of snow between now and tomorrow morning. A lot of snow could potentially fall in far northeast areas of Minnesota, maybe as much as 6 to 8 inches of snow is possible, and just a dusting everywhere else. Maybe as much as a half inch, maybe an inch of snow is possible. But the Northeast today, pretty quiet weather. Maybe some flurries, snow showers try to pop off Lake Erie and Lake Ontario, especially this afternoon to this evening. Other than that, pretty quiet ahead of what's likely going to be a wintry day tomorrow afternoon into the overnight hours into Wednesday morning. So hope you guys are prepared for some snow. Nice dumping of snow. We'll give you guys an update on how much snow is expected for this region tonight. The southeast today, like I said, watch out for some severe weather as a low pressure begins to dig into the Gulf of Mexico. This will allow for some severe weather, probably in the coastal regions, the far eastern coastal regions of Texas and Louisiana, and just some heavier rain, some cool rain probably in Mississippi. The rest of Louisiana today, southern Arkansas will certainly have a cool rain. This rain will move into Tennessee throughout the overnight hours tonight, and we'll see how much this rain can develop and really hold together for tomorrow as this moves through Tuesday. Rainfall totals between now and just Tuesday morning. Look at this heavier rain down here in southern sections of Louisiana. 1 to as much as 3, maybe 4 inches of rain is possible. You get a little bit further north, maybe 1/4 inch to 1 inch of rain. And just a rainy day, a good old southern soaker for these sections down here in the Gulf Coast regions. Definitely a lot of rain can fall. And then the temperatures today, a cooler day. Florida still hanging on to fall-like I would say it's fall-like temperatures in the 70s in Florida. But down here in Miami, still getting up into the 80s. But the further north you get more into the 60s in northern Florida, but just chilly once you get into the deep south And then the Mid-South, even chillier, where temperatures are locked into the 40s for the most part. 30s for the Ohio Valley. Cold day in Oklahoma, obviously. Cold rain expected for Dallas. We're just, 100, probably 150 miles north of you guys, probably seeing snow. So very close, but no cigar. Very cold air locked into the north central U.S., where you guys are likely going to be in certain areas below freezing for the foreseeable future. Below freezing up here, setting the tone for the next winter storm for Maine, northern sections of Vermont, New Hampshire, interior sections of New York State, even areas of Pennsylvania will struggle to get above freezing today. So very cold day. But that's all I got, guys. Thank y'all for tuning in. God bless all y'all. Have yourselves a great day. Enjoy the snow if you're a snow fan for Oklahoma today. And you guys have a great Monday. Talk to you soon.